Hi, what is up guys? Welcome to our video about the virtual closer offer. I'm going to explain to you guys the business we are building in front of you all in a super quick manner. We have it in a few other videos, but ultimately not just a single video talking about it. And so if we got here on my screen, as you can see, our offer is sales implementation for virtual business owners. And we're going to be calling those VBOs throughout this video. I'm kind of going to coin that and use that as our target avatar that way. When we make content, we know exactly who we're targeting, who we're calling out, and people can kind of identify themselves through that term. So we manage and scale the front end for VBOs. Like I said, a VBO is a virtual business owner. It's simply someone who runs an online sales business or e-com based service business. And so we do prefer a high ticket service based product versus just an info product coaching offer. But ultimately we work with both. So it doesn't overly matter as long as they have traction and they're willing to make content and actually provide solutions and get their clients results. So this does include helping with offer creation, marketing, lead flow, appointment setting, the sales process, any upsells and downsells, and branding assistance. So we come in, essentially give them a whole range of solutions, and we just want them to simply focus on getting their clients results, making content, and generating attention. That's all we want to focus on. Essentially what they're good at, the easy parts of the business, because a lot of different info product owners, and like I said, virtual business owners, they don't necessarily know all the granular factors that come into scaling the business, whether that's the sales process, whether that's lead gen, whether that's increasing a certain KPI, whatever it may be, or even their branding and their offer creation. And we want to come in, show them our experience through that, and actually help them get better results for their client for a better price and more efficiently. So when we do that, like I said, it's a done for you plug and play setup. It's fully managed by us, internal to virtual closers. So if you see us onboarding setters, closers, sales managers, anyone like that, we're actually keeping them internal to virtual closers. So this is not like a placement opportunity. We're not going into these virtual businesses and putting setters and closers in there. We're actually retaining them inside of virtual closer, and we are utilizing our internal team to actually facilitate this. That way we can retain the results. We control that entire process, because there's too many times when you place somebody in an offer, they go in there, but that offer doesn't actually know how to get them results and get them selling. They may have a bad script, a bad offer, whatever it may be. So we actually manage the whole process to guarantee results. That way our clients are happy, and we can also make more money at the end of the day because we're providing way more value than most people that are just giving people sales reps for $500. So if you want to imagine this in a business term, what I can do is break it down quickly. Let's imagine, like I said, let's say you have a $5,000 coaching offer. And let's say you're closing all the deals yourself. So it's essentially a one-man team, and you are just running organic traffic to your page. So you have $5,000 coaching offer, one-man team. Right now you're closing at a 10% rate. You're pretty much probably doing no follow-up because, like I said, it's a one-man show. So everybody that hits you up, you are then trying to do your best to get to them. But every single week is a new week. You have new leads coming in. You're probably not talking to the leads that are 3 weeks old. So we're going to come in and change a few different things. Like I said, let's say a 10% closing rate. Let's say a 20% set to sit rate. Set to sit rate. So imagine we come in, your closing rate's that. We're going to implement a CRM and follow-up systems. We're also going to implement a few different things with sales reps. So we'll implement a closer and a setter. And we're going to take your closing percent from 10% all the way to 20%. So we're going to double your close rate, which is actually very possible because consider this, when you're actually nurturing leads, for one, it's not about just closing the lead on the first try. And there's so many times where clients will go in, they'll sit with a customer, and they'll try to sell them. They don't sell on the first try, and they never follow up. Well, in online sales, you only sell the customer typically between the 5th and 7th contact. And if it's a one-man team, you're probably not even having 5 to 7 contacts. They're contacting you, you're saying, hey, cool, what's your story, blah, blah, blah. Schedule a call, you have your call, and the next thing you know, it doesn't go through, you don't talk to them ever again. So you made maybe like 3, 4 contacts total. So we come in, implementing closers and setters is going to automatically increase the close rate simply because you're going to actually be contacting these people more often. Implementing the CRM and follow-up systems is also going to create second and third touches that allow us to actually close clients if we do not close them on the first try. So let's say we double the close rate, which if it's 10%, we'll probably even more than double it. We'll probably get it to 30%, if not more. Let's say the set to sit rate, like I said, it's all about nurturing clients. It's all about follow-up. Set to sit rate being at 20% on a one-man team is actually pretty good because, like I said, you don't have the chance to follow up with people that often. You send them a link, they don't book, you don't even, or even if they do book, you send them a link, they book, they don't show, you're probably not gonna follow up with them. If you have 10 people on your calendar and 4 of them don't show, but 6 of them do, you don't care about the 4 that didn't show, you care about the 6 that do. You're trying to sell them, you're trying to get them through the program. And so these 4 always get forgotten about. And so we can increase that sit rate by simply following up with those 4 people that you left behind. So let's say we take your sit rate from 20% up to 40%, right? So if we go into this, we can look and we can say, okay, so we are at, let's say this $5,000 coaching offer. Let's say you were doing 20K per month when we came in. So we come in and you're at 20K per month. We then increase your close rate from 10% to 20%, right? So that is a double. So that is a 100% increase. So our first KPI increase is going to take you from 20K per month all the way up to 40K per month, just from us increasing your close rate by 10%. Because obviously, like I said, 100% increase on that KPI means that now you're closing 2 times more people than you were before, which means you're making twice as much money. So then from there, we're going to come in and, like I said, we're going to increase the sit rate. So now when we increase that sit rate from 20 to 40%, again, it's another 100% increase, which is going to, again, double your sales. So you're now going from 40K per month all the way up into 80K per month. So all we did was come in and we said, okay, you have a $5,000 coaching offer, a one-man team, organic traffic. We probably revamped your coaching offer, probably made a few upsells and downsells. But let's say we didn't. Let's say we left it at the $5,000 coaching offer, and instead of it being a one-man team, we brought in closers, setters, implement a CRM, and some follow-up steps. And from that, we were able to do a 100% increase in close rate and then a 100% increase in set to sit rate, right? And so now we've taken you from a 20K per month business to an 80K per month business. So that alone is a 400% growth in the business. We are going to come in and we're going to say, okay, we're going to take a rev share of this. We're going to take 25, 30% of this rev share, whatever it may be. So let's say we're going to come in and do 25% rev share on the growth, right? So we come in and we have increased you from 20K to 80K. So on 80,000 times 0.25, we're going to be looking at 20,000. So 20,000 is going to go to virtual closer. And then from there, the other 60,000 is going to go to the business owner, right? So we'll say the VBO. So now we've taken them from 20K a month up to 60K a month. We are now handling the whole process for them. We've taken $20,000 of that because obviously that is the value we've provided. The salespeople may have taken some money from this. Usually the salespeople are going to come in and take about 15%. So we can, assume that's going to go in before we have the actual rev share on the business. But for this example, we'll ignore the closers and setters for now. But you can imagine about 15% of that 80K would actually go to the closers and setters, and then the rest would be split 25-75 between virtual closer and the virtual business owner. And so from there, let's say we then come in and we can actually implement upsells and downsells. Right now you only have a $5,000 coaching offer. Well, maybe we want to do something where we can do downsells and upsells. So we come in and we say, okay, well, let's offer the people who can't afford the $5,000 coaching offer a $97 per month offer, right? So we have that downsell. So this is our new downsell. And then we want to also add an upsell. And so we're going to turn this into actually a $9,800 one-on-one coaching offer. And that is going to become the upsell. And what is going to become the middle is now this $5,000 coaching offer is now going to become a group coaching offer. So let's say the $5,000 was a one-on-one coaching offer, because that's what I was imagining whenever we set this situation up. We have now turned that into a group coaching offer, which has now turned your group coaching into $5,000 worth of value, which means your one-on-one coaching is actually worth even more than that. And so you now have a mid-tier offer at $5,000. You have a downsell at $97 per month, and you also have a $9,800 one-on-one coaching offer. And so from there, we can then begin to actually do DM setting, warm lead, upselling, and continue to nurture your audience with free value to audience, right? And so that's kind of the vision with this, is that we come in, take whatever the business is at right now, obviously fix the KPIs, fix the systems, implement a CRM, implement salespeople, closers, setters, whatever it is. And then from there, we can also optimize. We would probably optimize the business up front, but if we didn't want to, we wanted to just stick with your offer, maybe it was working, and we're like, let's just run with it, then we would, but ultimately, down the road, we can implement these different things. The more clients you have, the better it's gonna be because we can downsell them, we can upsell them. And the goal would be in this upsell, we would actually roll them into the mid-tier and into the $97 per month low-tier offer. And so with that, as we go up, if they want the $97 per month offer, amazing. If they want the group coaching offer, then they would also get the downsell. They would also get this $9,700 a month offer. And if they wanted to do one-on-one coaching, they would also get the group coaching, and they would also get the $97 per month community offer, we'll say. So the goal with the upsells is going to be make sure they get everything included in the package. As you go up, they get all the things below it. And so we're going to continue doing DM setting, warm lead upselling, and nurturing the audience. So that's a little bit of the business model. I would say that was pretty granular. If you have any questions about it, let us know in the community. But like I said, if you're a salesperson, feel free to copy this exact business model. If you are a coach or consultant, you could look at this and be like, okay, I want to take a few different things from this. I want to increase my close rate and really focus on that. Maybe you want to go get a setter. Maybe you want to get a closer. Maybe you don't even know what CRM stands for. Maybe you don't have one. Maybe you don't have any systems for follow-up. And maybe you're a one-man team. So if you are, then you need to identify these different problems in the business and come to a solution for them. You can always work with us if you're interested in that, but otherwise, that is why we made the building in public, is so that you guys can see exactly what we're doing for other coaches, consultants, and virtual business owners, and you can implement that into your business if you are not at a stage where you can just pay us to do so. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this makes sense to you, and if it does, I look forward to seeing how you implement it in the future.